Niggas that work real hard at school, but leave all the books in the locker when I go home. And he was one of these niggas that he did all his work. He made A's and shit, and was a smart motherfucker. So we got to a point where, man, I was failing my math and shit. But we was rapping, but he was in advanced classes.
I'm gonna try not to piss nobody off, cause I tend to have a tendency of pissing people off or something. I don't know, man. But you know, we gonna do what we do, and we gonna keep doing it, you know. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And you know who it is. It's your boy Jay West. And you know, I've been thinking about this for a very long time, and honestly, you know, I'm not doing this to bash nobody. I'm not doing. It's just, you know, my thoughts. You know, it's really just my thoughts and how I feel about shit. It's nothing personal, nothing like that. But we're gonna get into it for sure. So I've always been thinking like, wow, you know, I was always a big Pimp C fan, you know what I mean? And I always thought like, not just a big Pimp C fan, but more so a big UGK fan, right? When I heard the news about Pimp dying from sleep apnea, a combination of sleep apnea and lean, I was like, what? Because a lot of people from where I was from, they was like, Pimp had been stopped drinking lean, you know what I mean? So it really didn't make any sense to me. And I don't know. Like I say, it's just conspiracy theory, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Conspiracy theories. That's what we about to get into. If you're not into conspiracy theories, hey, you can click the exit button, you know, whatever it is to it. From the point of Pimp C dying, you know, there was things that came out after his death, like, you know, hell, his own mother, I think, or my bad, his wife and close relatives did not believe the cause of death was accurate at all, right? And also, I also seen something like Bun, bro. Bun just was exploding after Pimp C death. I mean, it seemed like Buddy just, you know, reached his plateau, you know what I mean? And he was skyrocketed. You would see Bun everywhere, you know what I mean? And it's not to take anything away from Bun B. That man worked hard for where where he's at today. I understand. I believe that. But it's just the way things pan out and the way it looks. You know what I mean? Moms used to say, if it quacked like a duck, then what? It's a duck, right? So, you know, hey, sometimes I just like to go off instinct and, you know, conspiracy, right? Let's get on Pimp's death. They say cause of death, like I say, was sleep apnea, a combination of sleep apnea and lean. So why did DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia get on Vlad and say that the scene looked like a crime scene in the hotel room that Pimp was in Los Angeles? He said it looked like a crime scene. He said there was blood all over the walls and things of that nature, right? Now, I'll be honest, I've never seen nobody overdose off lean. And I partially have sleep apnea, but it doesn't bother me that much because if you sleep on your stomach, a lot of the times it's not that, you know, irritable. But anyway, I found it odd that comment was said on Vlad. Also, I find it odd that Vlad has been known to be with people before they die or interview people before they die, or not just die, get murdered. You know what I mean? A lot of the times, or die. But Vlad seems to be intertwined with a lot of people that just die after they meet him or see him. Like, is he a silent killer, bro, or something? What is going on with Vlad, though? I don't know what's going on with Vlad. But yo, Vlad, come on now. I don't know. You gotta stop interviewing our people when they die. It's weird. Anyway, so you go from DJ Paul to back to Bun, right? Now, Bun seemed very, you know, emotional to the fact of Pimp dying, of course, right? We seen him on Drink Champs, breaking down, you know what I mean, which is understandable, you know. But at the same time, it's like, are you breaking down for other reasons, or are you breaking down because you lost a brother? You know what I mean? Now Bun did hold Pimp down while he was in jail, but you know, it could have been a strategic gain. in doing that. You know, he started a whole Free Pimp C movement, you know what I mean? Which it benefited both parties. It wasn't just a one-sided thing. It benefited both parties. Now, at the beginning of the video, I'm sure you seen that Pimp was like, you know, Bun was my tutor and things like that. So, which means that Bun was a very smart guy, you know what I mean? And Pimp was a street dude, you know what I mean? But they came together for a common purpose of rapping and also helping Pimp get his work done, right? Which I found that was very odd that Pimp said that in the interview. But at the same time, so let's move on back to Bun. So also, man, like I say, Bun was blowing up through the roof, y'all. I mean, like, I seen him. He had a whole news segment with the mayor of Houston, whatever. He had a whole segment on the news with the mayor. Also, he has a food chain or a restaurant now. I mean, he's a professor at a college. I mean, I remember he was in a movie right after Pimp's death. I mean, like, it was just endless, you know what I mean? Which I'm, like I say, we're gonna go back to that again. I'm not taking nothing from Buddy, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. It just don't look right, don't sound right. Also, he was on Vlad addressing not just Vlad. He was on the news and Vlad, because I seen that clip also, addressing the cause of death of Pimp C. Like, why would they bring you on to discuss his cause of death? You know what I mean? I just found it all very odd. I'm a big UGK fan. I would hate, you know, for that to be what I think it is, you know, because just off the sheer love I got for UGK, you know what I mean? But, you know, just doesn't seem right. We also know that Pimp was into it with Atlanta at the time. Ever since he had said whatever he said on Ozone about all the gay people in the industry and all that, I mean, honestly, it seemed like it was a target on his back from that. And honestly, Bun was more susceptible to the bullshit, I guess. Pimp was like a non-nonsense type guy. But Bun was more susceptible to everything, you know, even like Big Pimp, and there was a discrepancy, if that's the word, between Pimp and Bun on doing the track, right? And also, I'm sure there was other you know, disagreements between both parties. You know, Bun seemed like he wanted to go way more mainstream, and Pimp just did not believe in going in mainstream. You know what I mean? They was the name Underground Kings. It would kind of defeat the purpose. You know, I think Bun just wanted to fit in basically with everybody else. You know what I mean? To go along, get along gang, as they say, right? This is just, like I say, this is my theory. If my theory makes you mad, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But, you know, it just seems that way, and that's the way I approached it, and I've always approached it. I've never said much about it, but you know, there's a time for everything, right? So this is the time. I don't want to believe that his own brother, I think his brother or cousins close, said that he don't believe that. I mean, all his relatives don't believe that he died from that. And when I believe when a rapper or somebody of significance pass away and it's like almost undetermined, I believe hey, can y'all tell me what it is? You know what I mean? Because it just happens too often in hip hop, or not just hip hop, and entertainment. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So Pimp, very outspoken guy. You know, he spoke his mind, didn't care too much about the consequences, or if there were any. You know, he was a street dude. Bun, on the other hand, was a very quiet, you know, smart individual that, you know, saw things in a different light, I guess. And I mean, they said when they first met, they didn't necessarily get along. It was walking two different paths, but, I guess they, like I said, they came together for a common purpose. Like I said, I hope that did not happen the way I'm thinking it happened, y'all. But, it's just a brief thought, Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down below in the comment section. And let's keep it PG-13 in that mug, you know what I mean? It's been your boy Jay West. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. And that's my time.